Hi, everybody. This is Tasha with Prep For It. Yossi just joined me up here. How are you, Yossi?
I'm good. How are you?
Horse. Sorry. Squeaky voice. But I'm here. I'm good. I'm
I,
good. Are you
I
feeling
so
much
glad to
better?
receive your mail. I
Well,
was
that's
very
weird. I
glad.
sent it out earlier when I set it up. I don't know, but glad glad you got this one.
Yeah,
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm better, much better,
Good.
and I cannot thank you enough for
Manuka
the
Hall recipe.
manu. Yes,
Good.
because he, first of all, I did it in time,
Yeah.
and he helped me tremendously.
I'm so
And I
glad.
talked to Carol about it because uh, she's our family has it,
Yeah.
and she started to use it also, and it
Oh,
help
good.
her. Yeah.
Good. Well, let's see who's out there. Sandra Moody. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Hey, Diggs. Hey, Suburban. Hey, Fuzz. Josh was out there a minute ago. I don't know if he's still out there. And Yossi. We'll probably have some more come in. I resent the link to Alley Cat and several others. So, hey, Idaho Garden Girl. Good to see you. Well, me, I'm doing good. I sound awful. Hey, Celtic. I'm doing good. I sound awful. The only thing is my lungs are still not healing like they need to. I'm still on high oxygen. Um, Still get winded if I try to turn it down or if I do too much. Um, my oxygen bottoms out. So if I'm resting, I have to have my oxygen at a 4. If I'm moving around, it has to be at a 5 or I lose my air. So,
But you have your color again.
yeah,
You,
yeah,
you have the color on the face.
yeah. But I am going to a pulmonologist, which is a doctor for your lungs and respiratory system. So I don't know exactly what date that'll be. So that'll be good. I'm just sick of this thing.
Yeah.
But at least I'm home and not stuck in a hospital, not stuck on something that's forcing air in my face like it was. So I'm grateful. I'll take it. So, um, but it's weird because I'm getting a little bit of my normal pain back, I guess. But I guess all of the stuff that was going on with me overrode in my brain or whatever,
Hmm.
my chronic pain that I have.
Yeah.
So I didn't deal with a lot of that while I was in the hospital, thankfully. They had a comfortable bed. And when I got home, I had a comfortable bed. So I wasn't in a lot of pain on top of that. So,
That's what I wanted to ask you because for me, and listen, in the beginning, my pain was worse.
oh, yeah. Yeah, I felt when I first got it, I felt like somebody was crushing my bones in my legs, like in a vice. It was so painful. Um, so it amped up the pain big time. But um, after about a week, that went away, and it was the respiratory that was the big issue. So, but I'm thankful that I made it through that, and I'm here. So,
Well, maybe your body was too busy handling that and you didn't notice the other thing.
yeah, that's what happens. I just can't take, I can only take so much. And it's like a part of my brain shuts off sometimes. And so, like
Well, if
somebody
you
will
think
ask
about
me
it,
when my fibro's acting up, they'll be like, "Well, how's your headache right now?" I don't know. I'm not thinking about my headache. The fibro's too bad. So that kind of
if you
happens with
think
me.
about it, if you're in too much pain, you pass out. So it's
Yeah,
the same thing.
yeah. But it's crazy how your brain overrides. Hey, Broussard, it's good to see you. Happy New Year.
Maybe she doesn't want to come up because it's not private.
Because it's
Like
what?
the last few
Oh
time
no, Allie
you
told
did
me
it
that
private.
she didn't mind.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I decided not to make it private. When I do get monetized, I'll demonetize these. This is not about making money or whatever. It's just about helping people
No, of
feel,
course. I didn't
understand that
think
they
about it.
know there's people here that can relate.
As your husband with the leg and all that.
His knees hurting. He didn't sleep at all last night, so he's gonna have to go get that checked out. Oh, I've been
Well,
telling him he needs to go. He's like, "Well, right now we've got you to deal with. We'll have to wait." It's like, why can't we deal with both at the same time?
yeah.
So,
Well, they say when it's rain, it's pouring.
oh yeah, yep, that's how it is. Hey, Sandra, is she willing to try that Manuka Hall? I'm praying for her. I hate to hear that she's having a hard time with it.
Too many people.
Yeah, I mean, a lot.
In the last 2 months, too
We've
many
lost.
people that I know of, that I know personally.
It's
You
crazy.
know, you always think about something like this. Okay, it's going on, but until it's come to someone that you know and love,
Yeah,
like I lost my mother to that.
yeah, that's tough. I really think that's how I lost my mom. I think that she had it before they knew it was here, and
Mhm.
so because that November before it supposedly came here, she was really sick, and she couldn't get over it. Um, she passed of a heart attack, but I think that it weakened her, um, and she never bounced back from it.
Well, I heard about people think they have it, they got sick with the same symptoms like in December of 2018, like a few months before they knew before what it is.
Yeah, I think so too because lots of people around here had something, and we didn't get hit hard whenever that wave came through. Um, it was like we had already dealt with it. So the 19 version.
Yeah,
So I really think that we had already had it in our area. um,
yeah, me too. Because think I had it twice because
yeah,
the first time I didn't test it, but I know it's that, and I didn't have it so like this time,
right.
this version,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah, my
scary.
husband's had it twice. He had it late January of last year before we knew it was here. But we know that's what it was because he lost his smell and taste
Hmm.
for several months after. And he was so sick and tested negative for flu, strep. So That was the only other thing, you know, it probably could have been. But we know that's what it was because of the smell and taste thing. So, yeah, um, I don't know. I'm hoping, I'm hoping we'll see the end of this. Or if it does mutate, it keeps mutating to a milder, less volatile version. Um, but I don't know. I just have this feeling it's here to stay and it's just going to be nasty.
Yeah.
I hope not. But Diggs, I hear you. I'm wishing I had listened to all those older people when they said you shouldn't be lifting that, you shouldn't be doing that. You need to wait until you have help because you'll regret it later. I got it. Nah, I'm good. You know, when you're young, you
Yeah.
know it all.
Mm.
You know it all.
That's why I have back problem.
Yep, me too. Yep, me too. Yep.
They say young and stupid, no?
Didn't you? Okay. Sorry, I buffered. How's your pain levels been? Have you been okay? Um,
Well,
Anything that you want to discuss?
the cold is doesn't help. Uh, we are in some way like Florida. If you down with 60 below,
Right?
it's cold for us, and it's very humid. So
Oh,
it's very painful to do stuff, and
oh,
like even if I'm not in Courtney's live or doing something live, I cannot fall asleep before 6 a.m.
yeah.
And they told us in the military between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. it's the most colder of the night
Oh,
between
yeah.
the night of the day.
Yeah. See, the cult didn't used to. Oh, sorry. I'm going to mute this for a second. Take this.
Okay. I hope everybody has a very good Christmas and New Year. I'm Jewish, I'm not celebrating, but I'm respectful.
Sorry, my husband was letting me know that they were going to bring some friends were going to bring something over.
Nice.
Um, it's
How you deal with the cooking and doing the basic stuff in the house?
I'm doing good right now. Like since I've been home from the hospital, I don't know what it is, but I guess maybe the steroids they put me on for the inflammation in my respiratory, but I've had like a ton of energy. So
Hmm.
I have purged my house from one end to the other. Like I've gotten rid of probably about 150 pounds worth of junk.
Nice.
Yes. So a lot of that paperwork, like old taxes and things like that that needed to go. And so, yeah, my house is very organized from one end to the other, except for I have one room left that has like some of my emergency food storage and survival things like that in it. I've got to do that room and one cubby hole over the dryer, and my whole house will be purged. I've done my granddaughter's room, the office that I'm in, my bedroom, the living room, dining room, bathroom, laundry room, except for that one cubby, um, kitchen, and mudroom. So I just have one bedroom where I store my emergency stuff in, and that one. It's like a loft above my dryer that I got to clean out, and that's it. And man, that feels good.
How was it like to? come home with for all your animals, like your dogs
Oh,
and
they were really I don't know. Hey TH2, I don't know if they thought I was dead or I was never coming home, but they were real standoffish at first. They come up and saw me and they acted happy, but they were real gentle. And I don't know if I smelled different because of the hospital or the sickness or what, but like they were real standoffish with me at first. But then when they did start coming up to me, they were very gentle, very gentle. Like they could tell I wasn't well and they were just gentle and came and
usually dogs can smell sickness.
yeah.
They can smell even a type of cancer.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's amazing what dogs can sense in the body. So I I don't know what, was in their brain. Hey Demeter, no problem. Um but yeah, I um now they're that I'm, healing up as far as my strength and stuff goes. They are getting back to their normal self. But yeah, matter of fact, whenever I got on the bed that night, each of them took turns just gently getting up there and laying down by me and cuddling with me. It was so sweet. I was surrounded with all four of my dogs, and each of them would take turns.
Every word in Hebrew has a meaning, and the word dog is kelev, and kelev means it's all heart.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. They are all heart. They sure are. Demeter, it's okay. It's okay. No big deal. Um, but yeah, no, they did really well. I've got my CJ back here. Oops. Let me see if I can move out of the way. She's laying on the floor back there if you can see her.
Mhm.
She's on her little blanket. She's the one that has to be with me 24/7. Um she's my shadow. I trip over her a lot of times because she's right behind me and I turn around and whoa. But she's my protector. But yeah, it was really amazing to come home and get to cuddle with them and see them. That was awesome. Um, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
It's my brain fog. Oh yeah, my daughter gave me her Apple Watch because she doesn't wear it anymore. So I put it on, and I'll tell you how busy I've been. One day I was on my feet for 11 hours
Oh,
and walked over 4 miles sorting stuff and moving it to the trash or moving it to wherever it goes. Yeah. Hey, Shift. Happy New
maybe
Year
in the maybe in the end of the day, it's gonna help you for your lungs,
for my what?
lungs, your lungs.
Oh, my lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did that I was solid going like that for almost 2 weeks. So I did that pretty much every day, most every day. Um, of course, I worked up to that, but I lost 17 pounds. Hey, SOP, because I was just moving constantly and I'm on a different schedule because of being in the hospital. They
Yeah.
serve breakfast at 6 a.m. So I'm usually up by 6 now and usually
I
in bed
noticed.
by 9 central. I'm trying to move that back an hour, so I'm up at 7 and going to bed at 10. Hi, Valiant Thor. Welcome. Welcome, random channel surfer. Glad you came by. Thank you. Thank you on the prayer. I'm the same way. If you need prayer, you let me know. I'm happy to pray for you. Yeah, Sandra, that's this one. I've got it set to check my pulse ox, my oxygen level. Because one night this slipped down accidentally and caught like under my chin, and I woke up in distress because my oxygen level had dropped down to the high 70s. So that was a bit scary. Um, and I was in distress. It took me almost an hour of coughing and trying to catch my breath and everything to get my oxygen back up where it needed to be. So that was a little scary. But that hadn't happened again. I always make sure I cinch this up now before I go to bed. So that helps. But yeah, I mean, my pain hadn't, the last 2 days, it's kind of been, my neck and head are kind of bothering me. Yeah, that was scary. Um, oh, wow. I bet, Jeannie, after being away for 3 months, I bet your dog was like, not sure what to do with that. I feel so bad for them because you can't like explain, mommy's at the hospital, it's going to be okay, or mommy's visiting friends, or whatever. You can't explain it to them. They just have to, in their head, they're just, no telling what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And like this one, she gets depressed. Like she like doesn't want to have anything to do with anybody. She just lays there at the end of the love seat on the other side of this wall because our front door is just right here. And so you come in and she sits right there on the arm of the love seat waiting on me. And that's what she would do for hours and hours and hours. So, I feel bad for the animals when they're so close to their person, when they're that bonded. Yeah, Sandra. Yeah, I can set that up on mine too. Mm, she's snoring.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, overall, my chronic pain has been not bad. Um, Headache has been bad the last 2 days, but weather there's a weather change system that came through also, and that always affects my headaches. So that's
You
kind
had
of
a tornado in your area?
do what?
Did you have a tornado in your area?
No, we actually had finally winter weather came in, so we had some sleet, some snow. So it was kind of icy, um,
Mm.
and like very cold temps, like in the teens. So whenever I got out in the weather, that kind of affected me a little bit. My husband's mom, who's recently back in our lives, she got married yesterday, and so we
Oh,
went out to that, and she
nice.
and my granddaughter was her flower girl, so that was pretty cool. It was a very tiny wedding, but she was her flower girl and thought she was something else in that dress. And they got her this bubblegum pink shawl, like fake fur stole, and she was wearing it. Oh my God, here, let me show you. You'll see, it's so cute.
Nice.
Yeah, she she's something else. Um, but yeah, so we went and did that, and then came home and we rested the rest of the day yesterday. First day I've really rested since, well, not since I got home. I rested the first few days, but after that I've been busy. So that was the first. Thanks, shift. That's the first few days. That's the first I've rested, since the first few days. But it felt good just to kind of rest and have a day to just chill.
You didn't get any analyzer or something like that?
And inhaler.
Like the small thing that you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to do that 4 times a day. That
Mm.
makes me real shaky and everything. And then I've been doing my Manuka Hall treatments 3 times a day. And then I do my lung exerciser that I blow into real hard and then suck back real hard and keep doing that. I do that for 50 repetitions. I do that several times a day to exercise my lungs. So hopefully it'll strengthen them. I've been trying to do it more than 50 because some days it's still kind of hard to do that. But I know that's what I need to do is exercise my lungs.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I can witness that Sandra's very careful now. She's very careful on what she does and where she steps and everything. She was at the camping trip that we went to. But yeah, it's interesting though, Yossi, because God like worked while I was in the hospital. God worked on me about, okay, first of all, I almost died and I knew I did.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I came out of that, I had a different perspective, um, more appreciation for my husband, more appreciation for my family and my friends. I mean, I already appreciated everybody, don't get me wrong, but it's just on a deeper level. Um, Thanks, Shift. Thanks for coming by. Um, but when I got home, first of all, I realized I nearly died and my house was a pit. And I didn't want to leave that to my husband to have to deal with. So that hints the purging. So everything's in order now. And if the good Lord decides to take me, at least I can feel good about that. Secondly, while I was in the hospital, the Lord dealt with me on there's just a few people in my life that there's still some bitterness between us. And, there needs to be forgiveness. And his mom was one of them. And so it's interesting because God was also dealing with her on it at the same time and my husband at the same time. And so it all converged and we ended up um, talking about things and just like burying the hatchet and moving forward and allowing each other grace from here on out, not assuming the worst of the other person. And so she actually came and spent her and her now husband, who was fiance at the time, came and spent Christmas with us and watched my granddaughter open her Christmas presents and stuff like that. So it's been really good. I mean, God's really blessing and really healing a lot of stuff in my life. And so I wouldn't trade this experience for anything because there's more positive than negative that's come out of it, even if my lungs are permanently damaged, which I pray they're not. But even if they are, it's still worth it because of all the healing that has taken place. So, yeah, I'm very grateful. I do have a couple of things. My lungs are still not wanting to oxygenate. So there could possibly be scarring in there. And the other thing is my eyes. My eyes are really fuzzy. I have got to go get them checked because, like, even with my glasses on, trying to read that is fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you don't receive enough oxygen for your brain, so it affects your head, it affects your eyes, it
That's
affects
what
everything.
I'm thinking, because it dropped down into the 70s a couple of times in the 60s, and so that's not good. um, so we'll see. But yeah, I got to go get my eyes checked, and I can tell a huge difference. So that's the one thing I've got to go do, besides the pulmonologist. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, y'all, and please don't donate if you don't have the money. But this is the main way you can donate if you do want to donate to help with medical bills and medicine, because it's ridiculous. Um, that's PayPal there. Most people have PayPal. Um, I'll add the other links in the description below later. But there's the PayPal or snail mails on. I have my snail mail on my about section on my page. Um, but if there's anybody that feels led to donate, then do that. And if not, then don't worry about it. It's okay. But I really wouldn't have been able to get my medicine and transportation back and forth to the doctors, like the fuel for it, without the donations that have come in, because things are just so tight. My husband made so many trips back and forth between the two hospitals I was in, and getting what I need that they didn't have at the hospital, and stuff like that. So it's been a lot. Like, he spent over $2,000, and then that's not including the donations. Hey, Christy. Hey, Blue. Hey, Suburban.
And you didn't have an insurance or something like that,
No,
or
we have
it's not
insurance.
covering.
It's just what it wouldn't cover.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it is like there.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, well, since we're close to the end of this, I think we're good on the pain chat. I'm going to take a little bit of time and go and refill my drink and get everything ready for our next live stream, which is decompression time, where we're not talking about such serious stuff. We'll just talk about fun stuff. And that happens in a little less than 30 minutes. So we'll see y'all there. Thank y'all for watching. God bless. And we'll see you next week, same time.